Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an energizing Vinyasa flow class. So this is a perfect class to do first thing in the morning to get your day started. The only thing we're going to need for this class is a folded up blanket. So once you've grabbed that, we'll get started. So today we're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So knees come nice and wide, toes come together as you sit towards the heels, extending both arms nice and long in front, and allow the heart to melt towards the mat. Start to deepen your breath so you feel the belly press up against the thighs and grow a little bit heavier in the hips with every exhale. Trying to keep your breath in and out through the nose if you can. We'll just take a few moments here settling into the space. Try to let go of your day so far. And one more full breath here all together. Fill up from the toes all the way up to the fingertips. Deep inhale and then exhale to let it go as you sink a little bit deeper into the shape. Use the next in-breath, you're going to press into the palms and pull yourself up. Keep the legs exactly as they are as you shift the hips forward, press into the tops of the feet and sink the hips to the mat. Coming into your cobra, draw the shoulders back. Maybe the gaze lifts. The chest really opens here, shining forward. And then exhale, draw the belly in as you lift the hips up and back into your child's pose. We'll do that a few times. Inhale to shift forward, press into the tops of the feet, lower the hips, draw the heart through. Exhale as you lift the hips as they lower back to the heels. Good, one more round, inhale. And exhale. And then take the hands a little bit closer, make your way into your tabletop. Knees are gonna come a bit closer together so they're about hip width apart. You're going to extend the left leg out behind you and tuck the toes under. So you're actively pressing the left heel towards the wall behind you for a moment, getting into the left hamstrings. The gaze is down, draw the belly in towards the spine. And you're gonna lift that left foot up and off the mat, allow it to travel over the right side. The gaze comes towards that left heel, so you're finding expansion through the left side body. Feel the ribs separate on that side. Stretch through the left side of the neck as well. The next inhale takes you back. You're going to bend into that knee and step in between the hands. The thighs squeeze to the center line of the mat as you shift your hips back in space and extend through the left leg. Toes point to the belly, coming into your half split. Try to keep a nice long spine here. If that means drawing the fingers back slightly, that's okay. Folding forward, hinging at the hips. Good, inhale as you come back and into your lunge. You're gonna curl the back toes under, allow that knee to float up and off the mat. The right hand's going to travel off the mat as you twist and open with the left. So a nice wide stretch here, lots of space in and around the heart. Gaze lifts, fingers spread nice and wide, and you're pressing into all four corners of that left foot. And one more deep breath in here. And then exhale to lower the left hand, right hand comes back onto the mat. You're going to bend the right knee and step back into your table. Shake the hips side to side, let that go. Coming into the other side, extend the right leg nice and long, tuck the toes under, then pressing that heel towards the back wall as you feel that stretch on the right leg. Inhale to lift and guide it over to the left. This time the gaze comes towards the right heel, opening up through the right side body. Nice morning side stretch here. And use the next exhale to draw that knee towards the chest as you step in between the hands. Shift the hips back in space, extending through the right leg, toes point to the belly. You can have a little bend in this knee if you need to. Walk the fingertips back slightly and fold forward with a straight back. Inhale, walking forward back into that lunge. Left hand travels off the mat, left knee travels up. Sweep the right hand up as you open through the chest, pressing into the right foot. The shoulder blades come together. The chest sweeps up towards the ceiling, nice and open. One more deep breath in. Exhale to land. This time we'll step back into high plank. So hips are nice and low here. You're pressing the mat away from you. The shoulder blades separate on the back body. Draw the belly in towards the spine. As you exhale, the knees are going to drop to the mat. Keep the elbows tucked in as you lower all the way down. Inhale, we'll find cobra again. So gaze is down. Squeeze the elbows to your sides. Press into the tops of the feet. Exhale to soften. Inhale, make your way back through tabletop. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and into your first downward dog. Pedal out the feet here. Just notice how this shape feels today. If you're feeling any pain in the shoulders, you can always take a wider stance with the hands. And then focus on pressing the chest towards the thighs, creating that nice long spine. Head hangs heavy. And bending both knees generously, lift the heels, look to the hands, and walk up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Allowing the upper body to drape over the legs here. You can grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe find some movement if that feels good. The neck isn't doing any work here. And exhale, release the hands to your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold forward once again. Press into both feet as you sweep the hands up and overhead as you rise. Exhale, hands come through to the heart. Soften the knees. Inhale to reach back up, ribs and gaze lift. Exhale, folding forward, let it go. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Planting the hands, step back into your high plank. Okay, draw the belly in. This time you can come through chaturanga or drop the knees on the exhale. Inhale, lift the heart up and through. Exhale to lift the hips up and back. Use the abdominals to lift you there. Pedaling out the feet. You might feel a little more open in this down dog now. Just feel it out. And on the next inhale, we're gonna lift the right foot nice and high. Exhale, the knee's gonna travel forward as the shoulders stack over the wrists. Hover, lifting that shin up and away from the mat. Inhale to kick that foot back up. Exhale, this time you're gonna step in between the hands. And we'll sweep the hands up and overhead, find your crescent lunge. Exhale to land here. Deep bend in the front knee, feet are on two separate tracks. You're still squeezing the thighs to the center line. And you're gonna twist to the right and open the arms. And maybe the right hand lowers as the left hand sweeps up and back. Belly draws in. Exhale to windmill the arms so the left palm roots, reaching up with the right hand. And then step back into your high plank. Maybe you flow, or maybe you just lift the hips up into your downward dog. Moving into the other side, inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, knee travels forward to hover, lifting up and away from the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to step it through. Take a moment to settle the feet, two separate tracks. As you sweep the hands up and overhead for your crescent on this side. Exhale to land, reconnect with your breath. Then twisting to the left, open the arms. Either staying here, the left hand comes down, right hand sweeps up and back. Exhale to windmill the arms, right palm roots. Extend through the left. Exhale, step it back into your high plank. You can come through a flow or come right into downward dog. Good, really warming up the body here. Inhale to lift the right foot. Exhale, knee travels through center. Inhale to kick back up. Exhale, knee comes to right elbow. Hold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, knee comes to left elbow. Twist and hold here. You're going to extend the right leg so you're on the pinky toe edge of that right foot as you reach the left hand up. Pressing into all four corners of that left foot, come into your fallen star. Lift the hips a little bit higher here. Use your breath for extra support. Exhale to lower that hand. You're gonna step back and into your three-legged dog. And then step the right foot through on the exhale. Sweep the hands up and overhead for your crescent lunge. Exhale to sink the hips a little lower. Good, hands are gonna sweep to your sides as the left knee travels in front. Hands can grab onto that shin and draw that knee in towards the belly. You're really lengthening through the right leg, growing taller here. Then the left hand can come to the hip, or you can extend that arm out behind you, finding a little twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Good, one more full breath. And exhale to unravel, come back through center. You're going to step the left foot all the way to the bottom of the mat. Hands are going to come to the inside of that right foot as you heel toe the right foot over to the right side. Left knee is going to drop to the mat. We're setting up for lizard. Uncurl the left toes. So we're either staying here, or you can come down to the forearms or a block, or use your blanket here. Good, we'll be here for 7 full breaths. So the mind is going to want to travel here. See if you can draw it back to the breath and really focus on that place where you're feeling the most sensation in the hips. And try to breathe through it. And slowly we're going to make our way back to our hands. You can remove your prop. You're gonna curl the left toes under, lifting that knee up and off the mat. Shift the hips back, spring forward, find Malasana. Hands come to the heart. You're pressing into the inner thighs, sitting nice and tall. The feet are rooted on the mat. See if you can shift the weight into the pinky toe edges of the feet. And then inhale to lift all the way up. Feet are going to come hip width apart as you extend the arms up and then fold it forward. Inhale to lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back and into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, knee comes in towards the chest. Hover. Inhale as you extend that left leg. Exhale, knee comes to left elbow, hold. Inhale. Exhale, knee comes to right elbow as you hold here, twisting, draw the belly in, extend the right leg, landing on the pinky toe edge of that foot as you open through the right side. Gaze lifts. See if you can lift the hips a little bit higher. One more full breath. As you exhale, right hand lowers, you're going to step back and into your three-legged dog. Then allow that foot to travel in between the hands, making your way into your crescent lunge. Exhale to sink the hips forward and down. Hands can travel to your sides as the right knee floats in front. Hands come to the shin, drawing that knee in towards you. Good. From here, you're going to keep the left hand on the shin. Right hand can come to your hip, or extend that arm behind you, finding a twist. Inhale to grow taller. Exhale as you twist, looking over the right arm. I'm going to balance on this side. And nice and slow, unravel as you step the right foot all the way to the bottom of the mat. Hands are going to come to the inside of the left as you heel toe the left foot over to the edge of the mat. Right knee lowers, setting up for lizard on this side. So it might be completely different on this side. Just listen to your body. You can either stay at the hands or come down to a block or the mat. Just gently easing into your full expression of this shape. And you don't want to go too far that you're not able to take a full breath. Slow, make your way back to your hands if you're not there already. We're going to curl the back toes under, shift the hips back, bring it forward, find Vinyasa. Hands come to the heart, pressing into the inner thighs. And on the inhale, we're going to start to rise and fold forward. Bring the toes towards one another. The heels are slightly apart. As you sink the hips, sweep the hands up and overhead, find your chair pose. Should be able to see the toes peeking out above the knees. If you can't, see if you can shift the hips back a little bit and sink a little bit lower in your seat. Tucking the tailbone under, draw the belly in. Nice long spine. Exhale, sweep the hands to your sides. Inhale as you rise back up. Good, 2 more. Exhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, come all the way up to rise. And then fold it forward, let it go. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into high plank. We'll take one final flow, whatever that looks like for you this morning. Find your downward dog. Take one last breath here. Then allow the knees to fall towards the mat, sink the hips to the heels, and find your child's pose. Start to lift your head as you walk the hands back towards you. You're going to come to stand on your knees. They're about hip width apart. And curl the toes under here. The hands are going to come behind you and rest on your sacrum, your lower back. Fingers point down towards the mat. Draw the elbows in as if you're squeezing a block in between the elbows, so the shoulder blades draw together. We're going to find a slight back bend here, so the gaze starts to lift as the chest lifts as well. So focus on really lengthening up and then start to draw back. Really engaging the core here to protect the lower back. And then if it's available to you, reach for your heels. Finding your full camel pose. And then just as slow as you came into it, hands are going to come back to the lower back as you use the core to draw you all the way up. And then walking the hands nice and wide on your mat. Allow the heart to melt towards the earth. Find puppy pose, hips are stacked over the knees. your way onto your forearms. Forearms are going to be parallel with one another. Fingers spread nice and wide. Keep the toes tucked under. You're going to lift the knees up and off the mat and start to walk towards the center of the mat. Lifting the hips nice and high, really pressing into the palms, the forearms. Okay, draw the belly in. Continue to breathe deeply here. 2 more full breaths. Then allow the knees to drop down to the mat. You're gonna come to lie on your belly, finding your Sphinx pose. Arms stay as they are, shoulders stack over the elbows, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, sitting nice and tall. Close your eyes. Should feel some compression in the lower back. If it's at all too much, you can step the hands forward slightly, releasing some of that compression. Just find a place that feels good here. Then the right knee is going to come out to the side. You're going to press into the right palm, lifting that elbow off the mat as the left hand sweeps through towards that knee. You're rolling onto your back here, setting up for your twist. So the right arm extends to your side. You can allow the left palm to rest on your thigh. Both shoulders should be heavy on the mat. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Breath travels into the belly. And nice and slow, you're going to roll back onto your stomach, setting up for that Sphinx pose again, taking a couple breaths here. Right knee travels out to the side as you press into the left palm, lifting that elbow. Right arm sweeps through as you roll onto the back. Left shoulder roots on the mat. Gaze comes towards the left fingertips. That right knee might be lifted, that's okay. And this time we're going to roll onto your back, centering yourself on your mat. You're going to grab your blanket and just rest it on the belly. Extending both legs so the feet come nice and wide on your mat. Arms fall to your sides, palms face up. Soften the gaze or close your eyes. Just notice where the breath sits in the body. And again, allow it to travel into the belly. You'll feel the blanket lift with the inhales. And then fall with the exhales. So the blanket on the belly not only helps with the breath, it also helps us feel a little more grounded, a little more safe. And start to do a light scan of your body from the soles of your feet all the way up to the crown of your head, just releasing all the muscles around bones, completely softening into the mat. letting go of whatever it is you're still holding on to. Begin to wiggle out the fingers and the toes, maybe rocking the head side to side, waking up the body. And remove your blanket and roll onto one side. Just taking your time. And press yourself up and into a comfortable seated position. Taking your hands to your heart and bowing your head. Find a moment of gratitude for yourself for carving out some time today for your practice to move your body and settle your mind. One last breath all together. Deep inhale, fill up. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please feel free to share with anyone else that you think might be interested.